Daryl Jones, and this is my first time to stream live, and I think I probably need to turn that light off. Let me get that light turned off. Let you look at the ceiling. That's much better. And you can take a look at my shirt while I'm down here. I go to East Texas and visit Sasquatch. There's a group down there that I found in 2015, and I've gotten quite a few pictures. While I never saw them on my video, I've caught them on my video, and I take those pictures out of the video. So that's the only way I know I've seen them out there. Though I've been very close to them, within 10 feet in some cases. Now I'm going to show you a few of the pictures of the ones I've got. Let's turn it around the other way. First one we're going to look at is the adolescent female. This one was probably about 30 feet away from me. And there's actually, you can actually see her move when I've taken a whole bunch of screenshots. Hi Sharon, how are you doing? You can watch her face change expression as I click to the next screenshot, and then she gets blurry. I call it a female because she seems to be pretty small. I'm estimating she's about 5 feet tall. Let's see the next one. Next one's the brown one that was 10 feet away from me. See if I can scoot back on it a little bit. You can barely make out his brow ridge right here. I believe that's his top lip. I'm not sure, but you can see the eyes that are sunk in a little bit, and you can almost make out the nose. This dark area right here is a larger one with his back to me. This one never turned around while I was there, apparently. But let's see, who else do I have here? The Close Watcher. The Close Watcher was at the end of this fallen tree. Kind of framed himself in this triangle here. And he moves back to where you can barely see his face anymore when I start turning away. And when I turn away is when I see the female right over here. That's where the female was. But let's see what else we got. Here's one that looks like a chimp. Where is he at? Right there. Can you see him? His mouth is right here. That's his nose. Left eye and right eye. He's looking through the palmettos at me, or the other ground cover. There's a creek right behind where this one is. And it's really hard to tell in here if it's on my side of the creek or not. Right here, you can't tell there's a creek. But it separates the two areas that I found them in. Uh, this is right before I got into that area. This is a, where is it at? Here it is. That's one that's on all fours. That's a juvenile across the creek. Now you can see the creek that's in front of me there. And there's the juvenile. That's his face. That's his left shoulder, his left hip, his waist. That's the second one I've caught on all fours. And next we got the baby. Baby I call the new walker. He was also across the creek from me. He's standing up on the ground with his head above the ground cover. And he's probably 5 or 6 feet from where I sit on this large tree that's fallen over here. So that also is an area that I walk around quite a bit in. Sharon, are you in here by yourself? I actually didn't expect anybody to come in, but it's great to have you here, Sharon. But that's all I got right now. I'm going to try to go back in the middle of May, probably around the 16th, when this area here is filled out again. Right now, there's not a lot of ground cover in the area for them. So what you saw with the little one at the last shot, all that ground cover there is gone. You'd see his entire body in this shot if it was the same. But I guess that's all I've got. This is the first time I've done a live feed, so this is new to me, and I'm having to do it on my camera. I don't have any of that expensive toys that they play with on their live feeds, changing screen to screen on their computer. I can't do all that. I was surprised I could do the live feed. I've been on here. It's southeast of Corsicana, Texas. It's in an area that I spent a lot of time as a youngster because my father grew up in this area, and him and my uncle spent a lot of time hunting here. I went to my uncle, showed him some of the pictures. He couldn't really see the ones I had at first. I don't think he's seen these that I just showed you tonight, but he doesn't believe me at all. I'm the only one that's ever in this area when I'm out there. I catch them there during the day while they're sleeping. I guess that's why they don't run off from me, because I've never seen one while I was there. I've always been paying attention to my camera or where I'm walking, because there's a lot of stuff to fall over there. So you got any other questions? I've been on YouTube for 14 and a half years. I just started doing my own, I don't call it research because I'm not really researching. I'm going out there to visit them. I don't take notes. I don't even use my camera anymore. So I tend to think myself as uh, what, a Sasquatch ambassador. I'm trying to get them to come to me when I'm sitting there watching and talking to them. It's hard for me to see this little screen. Okay. Thanks for showing up. Um, like I said, I really didn't expect anybody to show up, but that's probably normal for the first live stream. So I'm gonna call it quits now, because I about run out of stuff to say. Thanks for coming by, and y'all be careful out there. Okay. It's not gonna X out. There we go.